All right, so we're here at the Pepsi Center with Danny Williams at the Canadian Student Leadership Conference 2011. How are you today, Danny?
I'm great. Delighted to be here.
So what are you hoping to do here? What are you doing here today?
Well, I'm honored to be asked to be probably, I guess, the wrap-up speaker. I'm following some pretty impressive speakers when you look at generals and professional athletes and mountain climbers and hypnotists and everybody else. So I don't know why I'm here, but they've asked me to wrap up. And, it's to deliver a message to youth. I think, the main message I can give is just my own life experiences and what I've learned from life and what I've been fortunate enough to do and what lessons I've learned as a result of there and what I can do to hopefully inspire them or motivate them or give them the benefit of my experience. So I don't know if they learn anything from me, but I'm certainly going to enjoy doing it, I can tell you.
Sure. So what do you think the most important messages for the youth in the province and across Canada for these conferences?
Well, I think from our own perspective, I think Newfoundlanders and Labradorians are feeling really good about themselves. And from my own perspective as a past politician, that's probably, I guess, my greatest legacy. I feel really good about the fact that people feel good about themselves. So that's something I'd certainly like to continue on in Newfoundland and Labrador. And I hope that by that example, we can set that example for the rest of the country. Because, by believing in ourselves, we've turned this province around. This is a province now that I think is respected right across the country and indeed around the world. And so we can give that same message to the other students that are here from other provinces. And of course, they come from great provinces in their own right. But I think you have to be passionate. I think you have to believe in what you do. And my other main message, which is something a mantra for all my life, has been, hard work. Nothing comes easy, so you've got to roll up your sleeves and go at it and have a plan and be prepared to do it.
Now you said, as a former politician, maybe you're here doing leadership conferences because you were our provincial leader for some time. Do you think it's important to get the youth involved in politics at a young age?
Extremely important. I remember when I first got involved in politics over 10 years ago, and I remember walking into a Tim Hortons in Gander and tried to have a conversation with young people about some public issues, and at that time they just didn't care. That has changed dramatically in the last decade. I get people now, young people of all ages, and I mean all ages, who engage me in conversation, feel excited about the place, come over and say, thank you for what you've done, or, we really believe in ourselves and we believe in this province. So I think they've taken a new personal pride in this wonderful place that we live in, and that's so important because I think if people believe in themselves and believe in the place that they live, they can move mountains.
Yeah. Okay, so at the conference, you have people from all over Canada. What kind of impression do you think Newfoundland and Labrador is going to leave on these people when they go home?
Well, first of all, they're on the west coast, and I'll be shot on the east coast for saying it, but this is the most beautiful part of our province. So they've been here in a great week. I understand the sun has been shining, and there is no more beautiful place on earth. So having been here, having a chance to meet the people on the west coast, and also having a chance to see the west coast, the southwest coast, and also the parts of the northern peninsula and into Grosmorn, I think they'll go back having a new appreciation for Newfoundland and Labrador. I think there's an awakening and there's an awareness in Canada now that this is a really great place. I mean, I always refer to it as Canada's youngest, coolest province because I really believe it is, to be quite honest with you. And I think they're going to go away thinking that we are cool. And I think they'll come back, and I think there'll be bonds and friendships made as a result of this conference that'll last forever.
Sure. All right. Great. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Nice to
Great
meet you.
Great talking.